This is Let's Talk Business with your host, Marc Ebinger. Now, here's Mark.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Let's Talk Business podcast. Today we've got Rebecca Paredes in studio with us today. Rebecca has a background in sales and has worked with CBS, ABC, Fox, and Univision before starting her own company. I was going to say Rebecca Paredes Marketing, but it's just Paredes Marketing in 2014. So Rebecca, welcome to the show. Excited to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to be here. Was looking forward to this.
Well, you got to say the other thing.
Because it didn't get recorded.
I'll have Brooke splice it in, right? I'll have her splice it in. So, yeah, we're excited to have you here. And I want to say happy birthday. Today's your birthday. You actually carved out some time to come spend it with us.
Yes.
So
yes.
we actually got you some cupcakes here, which I know you're excited to share with the rest of us.
Yes.
Unless how you're on a diet. You're on some kind of smoothie diet or something?
Starts at noon, so I can have a cupcake now.
Oh, nice. I like that. All right, so I'm your host, Marc Ebinger, the owner of Kruka's Virtual Staffing, a company that specializes in providing remote staffing solutions for small to medium-sized businesses by hiring skilled virtual assistants from the Philippines and Latin America for as little as $7 an hour.
And I'm Howie Nestel. I own Sharkmatic Advertising. One thing I've noticed about being in marketing for 30 years is that every business owner struggles with marketing. So we've spent the past 3 decades and 1,500 clients later developing a signature approach to helping clients communicate their message effectively and economically in a digital way.
I love it. And I'm Keaton Frieberg, an attorney and partner at Texas Suits Law Firm, where we handle commercial and real estate litigation and transactions.
Now, Keaton, you're going to be a regular on the show, and you have to have like some kind of disclaimer, right? So when we're talking in here, obviously he's not giving legal advice. Was there anything specific you want to say on that, or you just want us to put it up on the text?
Yeah, we could just, when I'm hosting, we could just do the text.
Good.
That'll be great.
All right. Excellent. Quick reminder to follow the Let's Talk Business podcast on all major podcast platforms and social media where you can catch video versions of the show. You can get to everything from our website at satalkradio.com. Also, I launched a thing called Just Network. So if you want to network with me, it's an online mixer, basically. It's where I'm going to bring, the goal is 1,000 people over time, but we're starting with, I think we've got 20 registered so far. And we're just going to build it out. It's a place where you can come, go into breakout rooms, and get to know each other a little bit. So if you're interested in doing some more networking with me, just head over to krukas.com/network.
And I think you'll get to 1,000 because
easily.
Even through this podcast mega mixer that we've been doing, we've only done 2, and we had 200 people pay each time. And now we have to cap it because we have no
filled
more
up
capacity.
the entire room.
Yeah.
So 1,000 people virtually, I think it's great.
I love
Very doable.
mixers, and I don't like a whole lot of structure on things when it's a mixer.
Absolutely.
Don't try and teach me anything. Don't hold me captive for 45 minutes listening to people talk about whatever. It's
Right.
like, I just want to mix. I'm here to mix and grow my network. So that's the soul behind the online mixer. It's just really a place to come and network with other folks.
The
And
Mega
when is
Mixer
it?
was excellent. Excellent. I highly recommend it. Anybody that's in business, you need to start attending those mixers and getting out of your offices and quit being, a lonely person with your computer.
Go make some new friends, meet some
absolutely.
new faces. What day is the online mixer?
Well, it starts June 4th. It's going to be the first and third Tuesday of every month at 8:30 in the morning Central Time. So
you say Central Time because you're going to allow people that are not in San Antonio to participate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
So it's all over the nation. And I do a lot of networking now on LinkedIn. So I'm looking to build relationships all over the country because my business can reach anywhere.
Very smart.
Well, thanks.
Love it.
All right. So, Rebecca, excited to have you on the show. I know you've got a lot of experience. So just fill us in on your background and leading up to where you're at today.
Okay. I like to start it all the time by saying how I started my first job. It was an ad. I know a lot of young people don't understand this, but in the newspaper, there is a little ad column for jobs. I cut it out of the newspaper and I got a job at Channel 12. And I was there for a number of years. I started as a secretary. And then I looked around and I said, okay, I either can get on news, on air, which, again, the ratings that we were talking about, or sales. So they gave me a phone book, threw it on the desk, and said, make appointments.
You may have to explain what a phone book is. Also.
I
You explain
know,
what
I
an
do.
ad is.
Yeah.
Now explain what a phone book is,
Absolutely.
please.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it was very heavy.
Right.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
The yellow pages.
I don't
Throw
know
them on
what-
your doorstep.
I don't know.
Yeah. It was something you sit on when you couldn't see over the steering wheel. It has a bunch of names and phone numbers of residents and yellow pages of businesses.
It's not a book with a bunch of iPhones in there that you get to choose from.
That's not. No,
That's a
not
different
what it
phone book.
So after that, I started making appointments for the salespeople. And it was rather challenging. However, what I learned from it was that when I spoke to the business owner, they were so nice and kind. And are you going to come? Are you going to come? No. I'm making appointments for the actual professionals that will come out and see you. But then I just started trying to get a job anywhere. Another old name is, it used to be called Paragon Cable.
Oh, I remember Paragon.
Yeah. So I started my first sales job there. And at that time, believe it or not, was only 16 networks. That's it to sell. Not millions as we have now, with Hulu and all these other things. After that, I felt kind of out of place in a way because a lot of the sales reps were a little bit older. And I was like, I don't know, early 20s. And one of the gals next door, she told me, she says, you need to go to Fox. That's more your caliber, younger, that type. Her husband was actually Bill Davis, which actually was really one of my mentors. I think of so many people in my career that I can name on one hand and say, this person changed my life. So, and that's impressive, I think. And I hope I leave that interpretation when people leave from working from me, because I'm not going to last forever. So it's one of those things that, I just kind of found my way to Fox, and then there had some changes with the affiliates. So KBB and CW, I think it was.
Yeah, the CW.
And they started merging, and I heard about that, and I didn't want to go there because I heard that the staff, and they were kind of mean. So the only person was left was Channel 5 and another one of my mentors, Boots Walker. And I, just learned everything else. Then here comes the internet and all that. So we combined efforts with Expressa News to sell. We'll have another thing to sell, which was the internet. I just believe that when you buy something, you should know a little bit about it yourself, but you should be educated from the person that is selling it, correct? Well,
that's good old school sales techniques, which I think is lost now. People will sell things that they know nothing about,
Oh, I hate
or
that.
that they don't even use themselves.
I know.
Go talk to the people that are selling Google Fiber at the mall. You start asking them, they're like, they have no
They
idea.
have no clue.
They're like, hey, brother, it's just a job, man. You gonna buy it or not?
Sorry, we're not taking any questions. Yeah, either click the button or
Move on.
So after that, it's Univision, where I was a manager there for about 5 years.
Was Kirby Caden there at the time? Or
Kirby
that
was
a
in
radio?
he was in the radio
you were
side,
on
and
the
I was
TV
on the
side.
television side.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I enjoyed that tremendously. Took a little bit of time off, and then, I decided I needed to start something, and I had a reason for it. It was one of those things that it doesn't matter whether, just like you said, whether it's billboard, whether it's radio, whether it's TV. Corporations are asking way too much from those sales reps, and they're overwhelmed. Constantly, you have a bottom line for everything. Even something, I'm sorry, I'm not real great at sports. I don't really watch it that much, But we had to sell NFL. We had to do this. We had to do that. It was just too many things.
And Rebecca, and the target changes a lot, especially in TV. So not only did we talk about the news anchors changing because of ratings, but if something's not selling, they bring something else in. Then they want to affiliate with Spanish. Then they want to do all this other stuff. And like you said, with the internet and then direct mail, and there's all these things that they put in front of you.
It's too much.
It is. It dilutes the message, and it also sometimes dilutes the effectiveness, because if they did well traditionally on TV and that's why they came to you, and then you offer internet and the internet either doesn't work or whatever, then all of a sudden it taints the entire view that they have of the service offering. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
This is a
Rebecca,
trust.
Your camera's here. You may want to not. You may want to like turn a little bit.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Your side profile pretty.
Oh, we didn't talk about that at the beginning.
I missed it. My
Here,
bad.
I'll look at Keith.
Shoot,
It's all good.
I was probably
I mean,
the same
look,
thing.
I watch the Joe Rogan podcast. I hear him all the time. Hey, move your mic. It's
Right.
all good. It works.
Yeah.
That's
Now
why I
we're
got here so
self-conscious.
quickly, his directions.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
And he's an ex-cop, too.
2 rights and a left.
Yeah.
Where's the Alamo? 2 rights and a
Oh
left.
gosh, that was crazy. But what I realized is that business owners need to not know that you're doing 40 clients, barely have time to do this or do that.
Oh my gosh, yes. How many business people say that? It's like every time you talk to them, they sound like they're overwhelmed. It's like, oh well, I want to run and do business with you.
Yeah, and that's the bad thing. I think I put the company after because of my father, which has passed away, but I basically wanted to do less clients and more hands-on. So I feel like I'm different in a way that I show up to the meetings and I show my face and I'm involved a lot. Which
It's more of a white glove service. You're more
absolutely
versus a volume business.
Because so many times there could be everybody can contribute, right? Everybody basically this person because they know so much about analytics or whatever. Everybody on my team will have something to offer. However, the years, that's what I have to offer. To be able to, I will think of things that they're not thinking of because it's something I did 20 years ago. So, and a lot of it is basically the same. It's just a matter of doing the right thing that they need and analyzing it. I tell my people, do not ever call on a client, potential client, unless you've done every bit of homework, because I'm trying to do what people are doing wrong, right? Not doing that. And a lot of people just come in, hey, how's it going? Can I sell you a package? And you just kind of go, oh my God, or they come up with the same stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. No, I'm going to tell you why you need me. I'll tell you, you need me because of this, this, and this. And I've already done my homework because I'm not here to waste your time and I don't need my time wasted either. So, I'm realizing that's the approach I think that everybody should have to them, an opportunity to actually not waste their time because you'll go with sales rep, 20 million questions. No, I'm going to tell you, this is what I know. And this is where I think I can improve and help you, and I think it's just a better sell that way. Another thing is we talked about the things that have changed in all of the new technology, how you've grown. Like you started off at this and if you're not educated on so many things yourself as an owner, sorry, it does take a lot of time, but do the classes, LinkedIn, get on Google, oh my God.
Right.
It's, AI. I was like going, whew, I'm excited, because it's a new opportunity for so many, especially agency owners, because that's the future. And I'm going to get on that bandwagon.
Us old schoolers recognize that the internet, AI, phones are a tool. And I think people under 30-ish look at it as a toy.
Correct.
Not
God, that's
professionals like attorneys,
true.
and so they look at it as a toy. And they put apps on here and music and games and they're streaming movies and all that stuff.
Let's not forget
How about 10,000 contacts? How
Selfies.
about 30,000 texts a month? Keaton was laughing at me because I have 245 unread texts so far today. But that's
so how are y'all going to be able to incorporate AI into?
Well, this is what I'm having my people do. I recently purchased the whole gamut of things that you possibly could do, things that would blow your mind. And it starts you off at an educational, just on what it's about, how to start, and then you go to the next one, go to the next one. What I want to do is go to the ones that are relevant to my business. So, how can I do better content, better creative, better
Faster.
I said
Faster.
$6
And more
million
efficient.
man.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Super-
Faster.
Oh, yeah, Lee Majors. Yeah. Come on back.
yeah.
I heard he had a special appearance in The Fall Guy.
Oh, no?
Yeah. I heard he was, and Heather Locklear, I think it is, the one that was in Fall Guy, the original. Sorry,
Right.
that's a big time
But
tangent.
he was a special appearance in the movie, The Fall Guy. The new. I saw the movie. I didn't see
It's
it.
called a cameo. Yeah.
I didn't see him. I wasn't
seconds.
paying
No,
attention.
yeah,
I
he was-
probably got up to get popcorn.
Oh, no. I'm not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
That's funny because it's so similar to that because he got all this technology built into his body. Well, we need to have built into our heads, right? I mean, it's the wave of the future, and I'm fully embracing it.
How many
And
people on your team over at your office?
Right now, I have about 6.
Okay. And what kind of stuff? What's your diversification look like within the office? What are people doing?
I believe some I'm really training for sales because I kind of believe you either kind of have it or you don't. And I can spot something right away and kind of bring that out to let them not be so intimidated. Sometimes the first thing that they go, well, I just don't know, like, what's holding you back? Well, I just don't think I know enough about the company. Well, then you have a lot of homework then.
Yeah.
Because you're representing me. So it's, and then you have other people that love behind the scenes. They want to be on the social media. They want to create the content. So I have a lot of people that can add to the table. And I love it because everybody adds something that if you really like something a lot, you're going to be good at it. You always gravitate towards the things that you like. So, and that's kind of like the team.
When you say sales, are you talking about client acquisitions for yourself? Or is
Correct.
there a branch? Okay. Do you also have a branch of your marketing division that helps business owners with their sales or?
Oh, absolutely. So, okay, we can go back to that question about this is what I know. This is what I know about you. This is where we can help you, blah, 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 blah. So you come back, you're not there asking them a million questions. You're not wasting their time. Then you go into, now you tell me your pain points. You tell me what you like. If you could have a rainbow, and let me see if I can make that rainbow. So it's just one of those things. Every business, usually I start with the ROI. What's going to get you the best return? And so we're going to concentrate on those first and really create campaigns to show them up front, whether if we put links on the back end or, connect it to the website or put a UTM on it, that kind of thing, to make sure I'm going to prove to you what I've done. You have to maintain your always growing with your client because, I do 90 days. 90 days, give me 90 days, and then we'll go again and see where.
Let's dial in on your services. So are you doing lead generation? No? Social media?
Oh, I do social media. I do, and that includes everything. And then we, you name it. It's easier for me to say, what don't we do?
It's like web SEO. You do that as well?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And also, I have a software engineer on staff, and he's fabulous. If you want to take a look at my website, which I hope you already have.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I believe I'm very proud of the work that we've done thus far. I think the only thing that we don't do, I don't do cups, I don't do pencils, and I definitely don't do print. I just don't. That's just so tedious, and you get you spelt one word wrong and you already printed it. Oh God,
Right.
that's a waste of money.
How do you approach it? Obviously, I'm in the staffing business, so I'm curious how you approach that because, jobs that can be, you need an in-house team like Howie has, super valuable, but there's a lot of work that can get done that you can get done for $7 to $9 an hour.
I know.
How do you approach that, or what are your thoughts there?
My only thought about that is that here comes my old school. You had to do that on my birthday. Really?
Sure. Yeah. We're getting into it right here.
It's basically, I believe in the face-to-face.
Yeah.
And if I have somebody represent my company, if it's something that I need that's not going to be in front of a client or anything like that, I want them to constantly be monitored. And I'm not doing the 40 clients a month like I was doing, and killing myself. I'm structuring, taking business, growing the businesses, that are with me and be able to offer them all unique things because we learn every day. It's something new.
So you like that togetherness team?
I do. I like
so
that.
do I.
Yeah.
I
So
like
do
that.
I. We've
but
talked about
maybe
that.
it's our age.
Nah,
I don't know.
It's an old school thing. And, we still like walking into the bank. I like knowing my bankers.
I know, right?
But,
Yeah.
my staff is like, don't go to the bank. Use the freaking app.
Yes.
Take a
yes.
picture,
Yeah.
deposit, And when I go, I'm like, hey, no more lollipops? Yeah, we gave those up in 1993. I'm like, oh, I used to like coming here and getting my lollipop, It's,
And then you'd grab a bunch of them. Put them
I
in
know
your purse.
Howie would.
so, yeah. Well, yeah, because I'm bringing them back to my staff.
Whatever.
There you go.
The thing is that one's not right and one's not wrong, but there's a lot of wasted time and wasted money by having your entire staff and having an office and all that stuff when you can outsource. But there's certain nuances that you just don't get from a team that you don't get to interact with on a daily basis. So I think there's probably room for a hybrid model. And
So
I think
let me
that's
challenge
where-
the interaction you're talking about. So you're talking about person-to-person interaction.
person to person, but also going to happy hour, having a drink, talking about,
Absolutely.
we host game night at Sharkmatic every Thursday night. I have to leave early because I'm past the age range of who can stay, but they bring all their friends over.
I think
And they
it's
hang
probably
out.
just a different work culture. I mean, at the end of the day, it's
Well,
probably.
after COVID, come on. Everything changed.
But I agree with the hybrid model. I think you can have that's the way we operate. We have our staff that's all in office. Everybody's in office. When we were hiring recently, we were looking for somebody to be in office. But we do have kind of back end support staff that is
Remote.
that we outsource that can be remote.
I do too.
And
Same way.
It's super efficient.
Works out better because, there's parts of our jobs, you guys, we can do it at night, things that, and they can. If they're, I always say the same thing, better be prepared for that next meeting. So I don't care if you have to stay up till 2 a.m.
Yeah, but that's an old school thing. They don't do that now. Now I have team members that stay till midnight or 2 a.m, but they don't show up till noon, noon or 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But
Yeah.
in the old days, we showed up at 7:30 and we were there till 2:00 in the morning.
I think I don't know. I guess we're taking the future, embracing it, correct? But we still have values of when we were. I had, talking about one of my old bosses, she would say, I said, hey, it's like, you're going to hire that girl? And then she goes, she walks slow.
Wow. Who was that? Barbara Montemayor?
Oh, no.
Do you remember her from KSAT?
I'm going to plead the fifth
Okay.
on that.
No, but that's something.
Yeah.
If you move slow, at least entrepreneurs, I mean, it's like I can't stand to be in traffic. I mean, oh my
God.
gosh. Especially if I get lost because GPS is wrong or something. It's like it really can be stressful.
yourself up
when
for
I'm
that
behind
one,
the
didn't
person
you?
who's got the rest of their life to
he's
get to
gonna
the
get
next
it.
traffic
Now
light.
he's going to get it.
Yeah.
No, but it's like, come on, move with purpose. That's all I'm asking. You don't have to be the fastest one on the track, but move with purpose. Or as my mom would say, shit, or get off the pot.
There
Yeah,
you
that's
go.
right.
Move it.
There you go.
Move it or lose it.
And HEB, don't y'all hate that? Walking, and I'm sitting there in my car, and then watching them go so slow.
Well, you're saying in the parking lot. I was thinking in the aisles where I see them, they leave their cart, then they're
Oh,
next to
yeah.
their car. They block the entire aisle.
Yes.
Put their cart sideways.
I don't
I'm
know
like,
why-
here, just take the freaking Fritos. Go. Move it.
Let me get it for you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right. So, what's the fun part of your business? What do you like the most? Sales, right? Person-to-person contact.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Now I'm like you. I like
Yeah.
to go to happy hour and enjoy, get to know them on a personal level. And you know what? They see the value that I can give, and they also see that trustworthy part. No, I know what she's all about, because I demand a lot from my team, and they realize that, oh no, I know she's on top of it. So you just kind of create that camaraderie. Can I say that?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, and I think that that's important. They should be able to like who's doing their marketing.
And
what
also,
what do you not like?
Oh. Paperwork.
Oh God,
Follow
no,
up.
that's one of them.
Sending back an email.
It's just a lot of, I guess, because I am in the learning stage with AI, it's hard for me to get everything I want to learn in one day. Because I always tell them, you're not gonna be sitting there looking at something that I haven't already looked at. Because I mean, if I'm telling somebody they need to do something, then I need to make sure I did it. I mean,
Did you hire somebody to come into your company and teach AI, or are you guys just piecemealing it off the internet?
I'm right now.
She ChatGPT teach me AI.
Yeah.
It's Chat GPT. I call it Chad, my boyfriend.
Bad. I love it.
So let me challenge you on that, because
Okay.
look, you're a person-to-person person anyway, right? You should find somebody locally who can teach you and your company about AI. You'll move much faster.
That's true.
And,
That's true.
You get the nuanced questions
That's
out from
true.
somebody who knows, and then you have a consultant relationship.
I have a guy. I'll introduce.
Yeah, it's Ophir, right?
Yeah, Ophir.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
patient guy, very knowledgeable guy.
Good.
Yeah, we leverage him at our company. He coaches us.
And that's the thing. You farm a lot of stuff out, and that's okay. Absolutely. But I'd rather have it all in house.
well, no, he's empowering your team to
Yes.
be
Right?
able to
No,
do
no,
it
no. I
in-house.
get that part.
Yeah.
I get that. He's going to give you the education that you will need, and you can learn faster.
Yeah, and then you have when you get stuck, it's like I'm a local guy for my CRM, because
Oh,
if I get
okay.
completely stuck, I need to be able to call you. I got you in my phone. I got a problem here. I need it fixed.
No,
okay,
100%,
add it on or whatever.
100%.
That's why, not learning. I used to be this guy. Would always go learn everything and take all the time in the world
That's
to
the
go learn
definition
stuff.
of an entrepreneur. Is you have to, at some point in your career, have had to do everything yourself. Because you want to save money, you want to learn it, you want
got
whatever.
it.
But then
I don't agree with
you
that
get
model
smart.
anymore,
No,
though.
of course not, because then you
Stupid,
realize
slow.
that if you leverage other people
Yeah.
and their expertise, they're going to do it better, faster, and cheaper in the long run than you trying to figure it out, because it's not the highest and best use of your time. To be doing that stuff. I have clients that are like, oh no, we do our own social media. We do our own
Yeah,
SEO.
well, here's
Okay,
an
good luck
example
with that,
of leverage that's not about one of my VAs, right? It's like I need to write email marketing campaigns, right? So I go on Fiverr, find a guy who's got like a whole bunch. I was going to use the Chingos of,
Yes,
you
Chingos.
can use that.
I love it. I love it.
of reviews, right? I mean, he's just done a lot of the work. It's like I'll hire somebody who knows what they're doing to come in and do a job, a one-off job,
I agree 100%.
rather than messing around with it myself.
I just want for everybody to know something, because when you're in front of that client and you not good. So you have to be, if we're doing a special campaign or something like that, I want them to go in and learn. I tell them 2 classes a week. It's free. I mean, think about it.
Online classes?
Oh God.
We're at the University of
There's
YouTube, or where are they going?
LinkedIn has good ones.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like events? Is that what they're going to, or what?
No event. Well, those are
Training
great.
events?
The mixers and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
No, I'm referring to classes as in how to.
An online course. They have them.
There you go.
Yeah.
LinkedIn does?
Coursera has one.
LinkedIn
I didn't even know
does.
that.
Yeah, Coursera has
That's
it
cool.
also, where you go and you pay like a monthly subscription. You can take online classes on a bunch of different things.
And there's a
Like
lot of
master
good
classes
ones.
and things like that.
There are a
Yeah.
lot of good ones.
There's
out
something
there.
that you said before that you asked clients what their pain point is. And one of the things that I noticed at Sharkmatic is I used to ask my staff, especially new ones. I go, why do you think clients come to us? They said, oh, because they want a logo, because they want a website. I said, no, that's a deliverable. Why do they come to us? Because they need, I don't know, they need things. They're like brochures, they need marketing. I go, no. They come to us because they want more clients. A website is a deliverable. A brochure is a deliverable. Those are some of the things that can help them get more clients. But there are other things that can help them get more clients. They wouldn't be coming to us if they didn't need more clients.
It's 100%.
So when you ask for the pain point, that's exactly what the pain point is. You know, if they came to you, Keaton, and they said, oh, hey, can you get me a real estate contract? Great. You're not going to just give them, you know, take down the notes and give them a contract. You're going to say, what do you need a contract for? Say, well, I have a partner that whatever, and he got sued, and last time it wasn't covered. Like, oh, okay, so maybe you do need a contract, but you know what else you need? You may also need these things. Because that's the pain point. But the clients don't know what they need. They usually don't know. It's up to us to figure out what it is that they need so that they can get the results they want. ROI, more clients,
more money,
be protected, more money, right.
Our bag of tricks became really, really big now.
Yeah.
With all technology. You can offer so much. They need a TV ad, okay? Been there, done that. Produce, edit, you know, all that stuff, whatever that their heart desires. But I will say, if they're doing something and the budget is too low, it's not going to be successful. I don't want their money. I mean, I sleep well at night. You know, because I know I'm helping people.
And most people spend more money finishing out their offices than they do on their marketing, which is kind of crazy. You know?
So if somebody wants to get on like these morning shows and stuff, you help people, you help facilitate all that?
I
didn't have a person for that. Did you have a person for that, Howie? You probably do.
Well, it was Jeff Goldblatt, but it was only for Ken's.
Oh. But you
Yeah.
got
And he
access
has to be in a
all of them.
good mood
I
when I
have all
ask
of
him.
them.
Well, that's it. I'm definitely going to remember that because
Oh.
that's in my that's
I
on my
love
wish
it.
list.
I love it.
So if somebody wants to get on TV here locally, do you facilitate that, or do you say, well, hang on just a second, if you're going to do that, right, and then do you look at more of a fuller spectrum of what they should be doing?
Thing. I look at the whole thing. As far as a show goes, you have to be capable of being there with the client, fixing, you know, them up, make sure they're looking okay. There's a list of questions that you want asked, right? As far as a customer, and you want more clients.
Right.
You know, so you back in the questions. I write those. So that way, thank you, Chad. And, you know, that way, I've got, do not go off those questions. That's what you need to ask him.
Yeah, because if those hosts will start asking a bunch of questions, and then the guest starts answering a bunch of things, then it doesn't move the needle.
Yeah,
So
right.
you need
You're
an
there
intermediary.
for
You need
a reason. What is it?
So when you go up, you get the exposure. Do they also get the content,
I write it when you're saying the content.
the video content
Oh, yeah.
of the show?
Yeah.
And then they have the copyright usage of it. They can go do what they want with it.
They can do whatever they want with it. I never had a problem.
Okay, good.
I mean, it's not back in the day. God, now I'm really sounding old. We used to have the video here, you know.
VHS tape?
VHS.
Oh, my God.
I know.
At least it's not the spool.
I
right?
know.
or beta, the big
Beta.
tape.
Oh,
Beta
yeah.
came after.
No, beta was
That's
the
our
smaller one.
Right,
Yeah.
Beta was
VHS
smaller.
was the bigger one.
VHS was the big one.
Yeah.
But the thing is that sometimes, and if you don't have somebody as your intermediary, as your agent, what happens is they may not make it on the news, or it makes it on the news, or makes it on the show, but then they don't put it on their website. Then you don't have access to the clip. Or if you find their website and they have the clip and you put it on your website and then they kill that link, then it's no longer active on your website. So you want to try to
But
capture
it's not
that.
a link now, I don't think. I think the ones are some that you can get that are pretty clean. You don't have the commercials. You don't have all that stuff in it. It stays embedded in your website, because I know I have some on mine. I don't know. That might have been the old one, but I think that it's just important for you as to be there. You're speaking on their behalf. In other words, I negotiate the deal. So if I'm going to pay something, I know what the market.
By the way, some of those
does.
shows, a lot of them,
You have to pay.
You pay. It's a paid
Pay to
spot.
play.
Yeah, I understand that part of it.
Yeah.
It's just, but having a facilitator in that, I'm thinking that you should have a table at our next mixer because there's a lot of people that would benefit from knowing that. Because I've heard talk about it, but nobody really knows how to go about doing it and then doing it effectively at the end of the day. So you
Absolutely.
end up with something that really has impact and legs that can go for years and years on their website and YouTube channel and everything else.
Absolutely.
I think that's a huge value.
And I think too, you have to make sure that what their expectations are. How are you going to say this worked? What do you really want? So I make sure that I'm trying to get everything, pushing everything to that one thing. I want that phone to ring.
Yeah.
Well then let's offer some sort of, hey, do this, just some sort of
Yeah, call to action.
Call to action.
call to action. My God, that has to be on everything. Everything we do needs to have a call to action, or else we wouldn't be doing it.
Speaking of call to action, we're out of time now. But if folks want to get in touch with you, Rebecca, which I think is a very good thing for them to do, is to have a chat with you on how
Absolutely.
you can help them move the needle in their business. How do they do that?
They can call me. Call me at 210-542-5575. They can go to my website, and it is paredes-marketing.com. And they can go look at my Instagram. They can look at my Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. So, there's...
They can go catch a copy of this podcast on your YouTube channel. Did you set up YouTube yet? Do you have one or no? Not yet.
As a matter of fact, we're going to start doing that.
Oh, sweet.
Because I haven't. And we're doing facts now. Like, in other words, the questions that business owners, a lot of them ask the same question.
Oh, yeah.
And so I want to get those out to give a little, little did you know. It's going to cost me too much. Can't get that done.
I'd really love to talk to you about press releases, too. That's another thing that I imagine you guys do press releases.
Chat.
Yeah, but it's...
He does it.
But it's the distribution of that I don't know a whole lot
And
about.
having the contacts and having contacts
Exactly.
with
The
and
thing you have
following
to-
up with them.
And
it has to be
understand-
newsworthy.
There you go. They get so many a day. It better be something that makes.
Start with like blood, right? Like somebody was murdered.
Start
But
with
if you want
No, but
marketing,
newsworthy.
okay.
Also, it's part of the spin. It's part of the story. If you make it sound boring, you're likely not to get on. But if you make it sound really exciting and very timely, and this is the window of opportunity.
What are you doing? So you like submitting some sort of like an
Yeah.
online form that says, here's why you should talk about my whatever?
No, it's basically you could put an attachment, send an email on
Yeah.
the
Used to be faxes. You just fax it
what
to all
was
the
it?
news.
Assignment desk editor.
Yeah, Simon does.
But you have to know where to send it, who to send
Yeah,
it
the contacts
to.
I feel like is huge.
You-
And it's also good to follow up with them. It also matters what time you send it because there's the
Yes.
morning team.
Yeah.
Then there's the afternoon team. Then there's the night
And
team.
it does help when you know some of the anchors.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And they do have different. They have a healthcare anchor. They have a sports. They have this and that, and send them a copy too, because sometimes they can make a decision. Oh man, we need to look at that. Just send it out to whatever, and we do that too. We do that for them, and I always say it's news dictate. I cannot tell them. I can't buy news, so you can buy a commercial in it, but
Or a morning show. That's not really news, right? That's
the
pay
morning
to play.
show. That's pay to play.
For sure. All right, Rebecca. Well, thanks a lot for coming in. I appreciated it.
Yes,
Yeah, we had a good
yes.
time, and I know we're gonna eat them cupcakes here pretty shortly. But
For sure.
as we wrap up the show, quick reminder to check out our latest podcast and catch video version of the show anytime by visiting our website at satalkradio.com. That's going to be it for this one. You guys have a great week. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy
We'll see you on the next one.
birthday.
Thanks, everybody. Great job.
Okay.